The Khmelnytsky Uprising was a significant event in the history of Ukraine and Eastern Europe. It was a rebellion against Polish rule in the mid-17th century, led by Bohdan Khmelnytsky, a Cossack military leader. In the 16th century, Ukraine had been part of the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth, a powerful state that included much of modern-day Poland, Lithuania, Belarus, and Ukraine. The Ukrainian people had been granted some autonomy, but they were still subject to Polish rule and heavily taxed. The Cossacks, who were a group of warrior peasants living in the region, had also been granted some autonomy by the Polish government. They had their own military organization and were often used as mercenaries by the Polish army. However, tensions between the Polish government and the Cossacks began to rise in the 17th century. The Polish government attempted to limit the autonomy of the Cossacks and impose more control over them. In 1648, Bohdan Khmelnytsky, a Cossack military leader, launched a rebellion against Polish rule. He was joined by thousands of other Cossacks and peasants who were also unhappy with the Polish government's policies. Khmelnytsky's army was able to win several major battles against the Polish army, and he was able to gain control over much of Ukraine. He formed an alliance with the Crimean Tatars, a Muslim group from the south, to help him fight the Polish army. The rebellion was characterized by a series of brutal massacres, as both sides committed atrocities against each other. It is estimated that up to 100,000 people were killed during the uprising. The Khmelnytsky uprising had significant consequences for the region. It led to the establishment of a Cossack state in Ukraine, which was independent from Polish rule. However, this state was short-lived, and Ukraine would eventually be partitioned by Poland, Russia, and Austria in the late 18th century. The uprising also had a significant impact on the balance of power in Eastern Europe. It weakened the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth, which had already been weakened by wars with Russia and Sweden. The rebellion also contributed to tensions between the Orthodox and Catholic churches in the region. The Khmelnytsky uprising was a significant event in the history of Ukraine and Eastern Europe. It was a rebellion against Polish rule, led by a Cossack military leader, Bohdan Khmelnytsky. The rebellion had significant consequences for the region, leading to the establishment of a Cossack state in Ukraine, and weakening the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth. It is remembered today as a key moment in the history of Ukraine's struggle for independence.